Sounds familiar, right? I know most of you guys would have heard this, but can you guess from where it is? Yes, guys, you guessed it right. It is from the movie Kantara. And the ritual shown in the movie is called Daivaradhane or Bhutaradhane. So, what is Daivaradhana? The word Daivaradhana consists of two words, Daiva and Aradhana, where the word Daiva means demigod and Aradhana means worshipping. Therefore, Daivaradhana refers to the worship of spirits of guardians and ancestors by conducting rituals and ceremonies. Daivaradhane or Bhutaradhane is practiced in the coastal region of Karnataka, which is commonly known as Tulunadu. Another interesting fact to note that is, Daivaradhane is a non-Vedic ritual. Early Tuluvas, that is the localites, were not practitioners of the Vedas and Shastra, which place a greater emphasis on yagnas, shlokas and fire sacrifices. That's why Daivaradhane plays a much more important part in the religious life of people of Tulunadu. Another mind-blowing fact is it is believed that there are more than 1000 plus Daivas in Tulunadu, but only a few are more popular and worshipped in all parts of Tulunadu, while other spirits are worshipped by certain individual families or in certain regions only in a modest way. By the way, did you know that each Daivas has its own story and reason for worshipping? So what are the different types of Daivas worshipped? The different types of Daivas include animistic Daivas, which are worshipped to honor the spirit of an animal, such as Panjurli, Pili, Naga, etc. Then there are legendary heroes or other historic characters like Koti Chennaya, Kambellaru, and few Daivas such as Koravapu, Koragajja, etc., who have encountered tragic deaths and social discrimination and then attained divinity. Then there are spirits who don't have the origin of birth but are assumed to be Daiva who came from the mountain, such as Lekkesiri, Annappe, Jarandhaye, etc. Also, there are few kings or queens and even warriors or soldiers who have attained divinity and are later worshipped by the villagers like Arasu Daiva, Jumadi, Panta, etc. One shocking fact to note that is there are few instances where Daivas of various religions and regions also become Daiva as a consequence of the cure or grace of other Daivas. Alibhuta, Arabibhuta, etc. are the examples. These Daivas are later divided into various groups depending on the category of people who worship these Daivas, such as Rajan Daiva, that is the Daivas which are related to administrative units or small kingdoms. Next category is Simeda Daiva, which includes Daivas which are worshipped in certain villages or certain regions. Another category is Kutumbada Daiva, that is the Daivas worshipped by one particular family and so on. Now let me explain you how the Daivas are worshipped. The worship of Daivas does not include the idea of idolizing and doing pratishtha inside the temple. Instead, they may be under the shadows of a big tree, inside the house or inside Bhutasthana. Some Daivas are just worshipped only through prayers without any shrines or idols. But what exactly does Bhutasthana mean? The Bhutasthana is a shrine where Daivas' belongings are kept and worshipped. A separate home will be built within the house for Daiva or Bhuta. Symbolically, a wooden plank or a hanging wooden cot known as Manemancha is placed and Daivas are worshipped upon this. The mask, weapons and statues of Daivas are also placed and worshipped. One interesting fact to know about Bhutas or Daivas is that Bhutas or Daivas are not worshipped daily like other gods and goddesses. Rather, their worship is restricted to annual rituals, though in some places a lamp and a pot of water are offered every day or on some selective auspicious days. Once or twice a year, the ceremony will be conducted for Bhutas or Daivas, which is famously known as Bhoota Kola. In Bhoota Kola, the impersonator transforms into a living deity from whom blessings are obtained for a specified period of time. These rituals can take an entire night to complete. Basically, the Bhoota Kola implies 16 rituals which are preceded by the arrival of Bhandara, that is the things that belong to Daivas, saying Pardhanas that illustrate Daiva or Bhuta story, putting on the Aradala makeup, wearing the Gaggara, and many others. These 16 rituals are subdivided into 3 sections. First, the person dances with the gaggara, that is the metal anklet, in hand to evoke the spirits, and once he is possessed, the possessed spirit then speaks to the family, society or villagers using facial expressions and hand movements. The moderator or the head of the village or family will respond to the impersonator. Later, the message is conveyed to the family or villagers by them. The second stage is the early adulthood, in which the person ties gaggara to their leg and puts a coconut leaf skirt around their waist, during which he exhibits his aggression and plays with fire. Even at this time, the spirit communicates with the family or the villagers using only the hand signals. Then comes the final stage, that is maturity. The impersonator appears in its final form where the ani is worn. This is a very important part of the kola because after this part nobody can leave the kola until it's over. So they have to either leave before the ani is worn or after the ritual is completed. This is also one of the beliefs which is followed in the Tulunadu. But what is an ani? Ani signifies the hollow string to the back of the impersonator, which is made of coconut leaves, cloths, or areca net leaf. The impersonator will be holding a weapon in his hands, which was kept and worshipped in Devas Mancha. The person then speaks orally about the good and bad and gives justice to certain family or village events. When the spirits have been fed and entertained to their content, the glass of milk is offered by the inviters to Daiva. Finally, by sprinkling holy water 3 times on the impersonator, the Kola ceremonies come to an end with the consent of Daiva extracted during the activity. So, at what time of the year does Kola happen? The season for Bhoota Kola starts on the auspicious day of Deepavali and ends in the month of May. Don't forget to subscribe and receive the blessings of the Daivas. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Hope you guys liked the video. See you guys in the next video.